Drainage installation. The purpose of a drainage system is to collect water from an area and drain it to a street, municipal storm drain, ditch, or just a lower part of the property. Elevations. In an ideal situation, pipe will slope from collection point to exit point at no less than 1/2 inch of fall to every 10 feet of pipe, as water will always flow downhill and follow the path of least resistance. In some situations, this will not be possible, but this is what we aim for. This is achieved by using a laser level. The building's slab and weep hole elevations must always be taken into consideration when installing drainage. We must always have 2 inches of clearance between the finished mulch and gravel elevations and weep holes. Depth of trench. While depth may vary depending on the size of the drainage, trenches typically have a minimum of 6 inches of soil above the pipe unless prohibited by elevations. While a string level may help to ensure that there is a drop in elevation, a laser level can ensure the correct measurement of the drop, which may be necessary in large projects and when working according to a set of plan and specs. Trenches and backfilling. The goal here is to leave enough soil on top of the trench so that once it settles and packs in, we will not have sinkage and will still be level with the ground around it. But we also don't want to leave too much to where there is still berm after it all settles. If hand digging trenches, place grass on the side of the trench and soil on the other. Always try to get these trenches backfilled as soon as possible so that the grass does not die. Backfilling this way will be slow and require placing soil beneath each piece of the grass, as the clumps will be different sizes. 4-inch pipe installation requires little to no backfill removal. 6 inches of pipe will require some of the backfill to be removed from site or used to fill in low areas elsewhere on the property, with customer's approval. If using a trencher, tamp all trenches with trench tamper, then leave fill neatly piled no more than 4 inches higher than the ground level at the highest point. Do not haul soil off from the job site until adequate soil has been left to accommodate for compaction. Ensure that all trenches are uniform, having the same size fill on top and the same width before leaving the job site. This will ensure your job site looking tidy, neat, and professional. Mantis tiller can be used during backfill. It is very helpful to make backfill soil workable. Materials. Black corrugated. Comes in 4-inch and 6-inch. It is not as durable as PVC, mostly used when curves are needed. It can come in solid or perforated with a sock on it for French drains. S&D thin wall PVC, SDR 35 medium PVC. Comes in 4-inch, 6-inch, 8-inch, and larger. 4-inch and 6-inch are the most common. HDPE comes in 8-inch and larger, used for larger site drainage. 6-inch can drains. They come with either 1 or 2 openings and are not as versatile as elevation is predetermined. Top of pipe will only be 2 inches lower than the ground level. Catch basins. 9-inch and 12-inch catch basins are most common drains we use at Enscapes, but they also come in 18-inch and 24-inch. Grates come in plastic, aluminum, or steel, with plastic being the most common. Edenscapes mostly uses green plastic flat grates or atrium grates, and these go in catch basins or directly onto T's or 90s. Four-inch and 6-inch inlets on T's and 90s. This is very commonly used to install drains in line with the pipe, as seen in rock beds and along trunk lines. Outflow options. Surface release. This is when there is no option to have the end of the pipe open up into a lower area or to tie into an existing drainage system. In this case, we place another drain at the end of the line, but the elevation of the end drain must be lower elevation than all the other drains. The pipe will usually be full of water, but the water will overflow out of the lower drain at the end before it will back up at the higher drains. Miter cut. This option is used when outflowing onto a slope. Curb cut. This option is used when draining out into the street.